So every month I do a sales recap.
Okay.
So this is cool. So what we did in our sales, obviously we smashed our goal, so that's awesome. We
By 11,000.
we set the bar a little too low apparently, so that's a really, I mean, that's a good thing, and a bad thing because we made it too easy on ourselves, but that's okay. So after I did the recap, so we did our non-walk-in sales was 43,000. I guess that I must have missed something, but it should be 810.50. So 43,000, 810.50, which is awesome. Okay, and then our walk-in sales. So what we did over the counter was 2,600.
Okay.
Our total sales combining both of those, this number is going to change now. So let's see, 45,810 plus $2,600.
The answer is about $48,400.
Okay, so 48,450, which is also awesome. I'm gonna do a comma on that, I bet. 48,450. All right, and then the business itself in total did about 79. So we really want to get anything above 80 is good. So this is basically good. So we had a good month, and I think we really helped a lot in here, definitely. So anything 80 plus is really good for us, and ultimate or like super good is 100 plus. So if we can figure out a way to get this month number to 100 consistently, then that's going to be good for everybody. But I want to think back, so I just do what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to work on. So just taking a second, sitting back, reflecting on the month. What do you feel like we did as a team, what you did individually that really kind of worked and clicked for you? So the first thing for me that comes to mind would be, I think our sales meetings were helpful because it got us on the same page, got us kind of thinking the same way, and it just gave us some daily things to focus on while we're going through the process, right? So I'd say just for the first one, we'll put daily sales meetings. So what else, like even if it was a certain sales tactic that worked, anything that you can think of, I think maybe the 9-word email worked by getting us responses, right? Throw that on there, 9-word emails. I think the bag drops work.
I was gonna just say that, the bag drops.
Okay, bag drops. Anything else that comes to mind right away?
Let's see.
Did you have any certain lines that you used that got you some business or anything? I mean, the sit-down in-person meetings worked pretty well for you. You had the one with Noble got the sale, right? He went out to Ferrari, it didn't sell yet, but you had some success just getting experience and comfortable and practice, right? So in-person meetings, I guess we could throw on there. What else do you got? Your daily list, was that helpful or did it not really help you?
No, it helped.
Having a daily focus list?
This tracker.
Okay, great. Yes, that's a good one. Having the sales tracker on the wall. Okay. That's a good one.
The CRM.
That was helpful?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. CRM, okay. So so what worked? Our daily sales meetings, the 9-word emails, bag drops, in-person meetings, having a daily focus list, having the sales tracker on the wall, and using the CRM effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, what did not work? Anything that comes to mind that you're like, oh man, that did not work, or what wasn't good?
And I think sometimes sending the quote,
Okay.
it wasn't really effective.
Okay, so the way we sent the quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's think about that. So the way the quotes were presented.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just get the broad, then we can drill down on it later. What else comes to mind? Well, we didn't do as many bag drops
I was just gonna say that too.
as our goal. The bag drop numbers didn't align with the goal.
We got 35 out.
That's a lot. I mean, that's good, but just what we were thinking, we were way off.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even if Dylan would have done 35, we would have still only been at what,
It's only
70?
been like halfway.
Yeah.
Barely half.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So that's good because we're gonna adjust that now. Okay, so what else am I thinking? Is there anything you did that was kind of a waste of time that you felt you put in effort and it was not worth your time that you were spending time on?
Not really.
No, there's nothing that came. I know you had a few bag drops where you had to. I have to grab that one. What you got? But where you went and they weren't there.
Oh yeah. With the couple of the. Well, I mean, I found them.
You did find them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there doesn't have to be a lot that didn't work because we did really well, so that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be lots that didn't work.
Yeah.
Is there anything out front that wasn't working well for you or that you weren't comfortable with?
I think it was just getting the hang of it.
Okay, so not necessarily not working, just learning.
Yeah.
Anything at the counter where you're like, oh man, I wasn't ready for that, or I was uncomfortable with trying to sell that?
Again, kind of just getting familiar with it, just like the product, just whenever people come in, being comfortable enough to like know what they're what they're looking for.
So just not
Right.
you're not quite familiar enough yet with everything.
Exactly.
All the products, familiarization. So for me, I don't think I managed my time effectively enough last month because I had a lot of follow-ups that took too long for me to follow up. So I think I need to focus on time management a little more this month. Maybe get a little better system in place. I know we didn't necessarily stick to our morning and afternoon calendar very well, so maybe we can look at that a little closer now that we know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call it the walk-in calendar. Okay, so that's a decent list. So the way the quotes were presented, the bag drop numbers didn't necessarily align with the goal we'd set, familiarization with the products, time management, and using the walk-in calendar effectively. Okay, so now, first thing that comes to mind, what would you really like to work on or focus on for this month that'll make it easier on yourself or make us have a better result than we did last month? Is there anything you're like, yeah, I really would like to work on that? I think first thing I'm gonna say is the fundamentals. Because I want to be able to, you're getting there now, but I want you to be able to say like, what is preeminence? What is our before unit? What's our during unit? What's our after unit? What does VAFU mean? Remember what VAFU means?
Value added follow-up.
Nice, that's a good one. So the fundamentals, we always need to work on the fundamentals. There's never a time we don't, so I'll put that in there. Of course, obviously from what didn't work, we need to work on quote presentation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is there a better way we could be doing it?
That I don't know. I think that's just something on the client's end.
Okay. No, that's fine. We need to know that.
You know what I mean? It's just like
There's always ways we can improve, so we can think how can we send it so it's more effective or gets recognized or something like that.
yeah.
Okay, so that's good. We're gonna work on it. Obviously, we need to work on just familiarization with all the stuff. All the stuff that didn't work, we need to work on. So, learning the products, which we're gonna just keep on doing as we go. I think. How you feel on the phone? You feel like you're doing pretty good on the phone, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. I think you're doing good on Princeman. You're feeling comfortable on that. Yep. I think the only thing that we need, so Ashley says we missed a few more of the, just putting the portal downloads into the right folder. So maybe we'll just go over that a little bit more a couple times. But our writing up is strong. Our finding orders, you seem to know how to find them if someone calls and say, where's my order at?
Mm-hmm.
How about our closing ratio? Did we do good on that, or were we? I mean, I had a pretty decent month. But did you, out of all the presentations, how many do you say you made, or how many quotes do you think you put up? If you had to guess, or if you haven't.
So that's Stephanie. That's for Medico. We closed them.
Okay.
Elizabeth. Charles, that was the truck guy.
So that's 1 close, 2 no close.
Yeah, that was Heather from the.
Okay, 2 close, 2 no close. Or no, one yes, 3 no.
Pete, that was the appliance sign.
1 yes, 4 no.
That was
It's the same thing, I think.
This is Roger,
Which one was he?
the one with the book for his dad.
Okay, that's a yes. So 2 yes, 4 no.
Master of Time.
That's unknown still.
Camille, she's the one with the trifolds, I think, for something with the school. Still waiting for her.
Okay. Well, Noble was obviously a yes.
Yes, and then this is the lawyer dude.
4, so Jesse yes. So we're at 4 yes, 4 no.
I mean, not the lawyer, the judge.
Judge.
The judge that came in and wanted those signs made, but he said it was too expensive.
Okay, so 3 yes, 5 no.
Colleen Ortega, I sent her a quote for some signs. She never got back with me.
Okay, 3 and 5.
No, and this is the card magnets, so those are in production.
Okay, so 4 yes, 5 no, and then Ferrari hasn't said yes. They kind of said no.
Yeah, and then I got foundation too.
That was a yes. Yeah, so we're
About
50%. Okay. So I mean that's pretty strong, I think. So maybe what we can work on, get more quotes out. How can we get more leads and more quotes out? Okay, that's good. More leads, more quotes. All right, so that's just a good way just to think about what we did. So now looking at these numbers, what we could do you want to do the millionaire math and go see what your average sale was and try and use that to figure out what your new monthly target's going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's do that. We can do that up front. So what we got here, I wonder if that's backwards for them, isn't it?
I don't know, it might be.
Okay, well anyways, what we did was we figured out the math. Grab our chairs here. Okay, so we figured out the math that your average brand new sale is $267, so we'll just call it for easy numbers, we'll call it $270 a sale, and you averaged one per week. So your last target was what, 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
And so you beat that by $338. So you exceeded it. So feeling comfortable. 19 working days. So this is basically 4 weeks still, right? So we have 4 full weeks of September. 1, 2, 3, 4 minus yesterday, which is 1 day off. So what do you feel, knowing those numbers? Let's just do the math. If you were to do the exact same thing, it should be probably the same number, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to do one sale a week at 270 times 4, you'd have another $1,000. So you probably want to exceed that, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
So now again, it doesn't have to be. If we don't hit it, we don't hit it. But what if what do you want to really shoot for?
Go for 2,500.
2,500. Okay, so we want to do a new target. Target for 0918 is going to be 2,500. So now doing the math, we're going to split out 2,500 over 19 days or 4 weeks. What do you prefer?
19 days.
Okay, so we're going to do 2,500 divided by 19 days. So 131. No, that's not. I must be doing something wrong. This is where my math skills don't shine. Should I have done it the other way around? 19 divided by... What am I doing? How do we figure out the average amount of sale, the number that you have to sell per day at 19?
Do you know how to do yours?
Yeah, I should. Okay, so let's try 60,000 divided by 3, 163. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. So I figure out I did 163 is the average sale divided by 19 days, so I need to sell 8.5 a day. Okay, let's try again. So 2,500. I already forgot how I did it. I did 6. So I did my target divided by the average sale. Okay, so 2,500 divided by your average sale of 270 equals 9.25, and then I did that. Man, I'm screwing this up royally.
Let me see. Try do yours again real
Let
quick.
me try mine. Yeah, mine seemed to work. Okay, so I did the total sales that I want to get, 60 divided by the average sale is 367. So the average sale over 19 days. How did I get to that? Well, see, I use this number and then I do 163 divided by 19. 8.5 sales a day.
Okay.
Right, so I just did this divided by that, and that number divided by 19. So if I do 8.5 sales times 367 times 19, so I need to sell that many. I need to sell $3,000 a day. Let's try that one more time now with yours. So 2,500 divided by 270 equals 9.25. Then I divided that by
19.
But 0.48 times 19 is only that. And something's not translating with your numbers.
Well, no, because if I got the 1,000 with like 5 sales,
Right.
that makes about, that'd be like 9.
Oh, I see. You need to say 0.48 sales a day, right?
Yeah.
0.48 sales a day times $270 is $129.
And 129 times what, 19?
Mm-hmm. There it was. Okay, but now what do we just figure out? I forgot what we just figured out.
That's my monthly target.
Oh, okay, $24.62.
So basically
So you need to sell half a sale a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that every other day at work, you should have a sale.
Yeah. Every other day, and then at least like, what was it, $148 or something like that?
270?
No, but that was for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so 2,500 divided by 270.
That's 9.5. Well, 9.25 sales for the month,
For
right?
a month. Yeah.
And then you divide that by 19, right?
Yes.
So that's 4.8 sales a day.
0.48
Well,
sales
yeah.
a day.
So half a sale a day times 19.
So you have to sell $9.25 every other day. Is that right?
No, that can't be right. It's all right.
Well, we know that you have to make a sale every other day.
Uh-huh.
So every other day is 19 divided by 2, right? So 9.5 times your average sale of 270. What does that equal? Oh yeah, that's what it is. So you need to make at least a $270 sale every other day to make your target to this month. It sounds pretty ambitious, but I think you can do it. It's really not that much more than 1,000, or than the 1,300 you did. But that gives you a target. Okay, so that's what it is. So you need to do 270 every other day. So if you did that in a week, how many sales is that a week? So there's 5 days in a week. So you have Monday no, Tuesday yes, Wednesday no, Thursday yes. So you need to make 2 to 3 sales a week at $270 average. That means you might have one sale that's $900, and that'll change your numbers a little bit. But the average is 270 every other day. Does that give you something to shoot for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we figured that out really the long way, but we did it. Okay, now let's think about walk-in. We'll do the same thing now. So we're going to do 28 divided by 130. So the average over every single day of the week is $15 every day, right?
Is that what that is?
I think so. Times 28 divided by 130. Then we want to divide that by 19. So you need to make 0.82 sales a day at the counter. So we'll say one a day. You need to at least close one person a day at the counter using an average of 130. 130 times 19 days. So one a day. 24.70. So that would only be if you upped it by $400. So do you think you can do better than one a day?
Yep.
Okay, what do you want to be comfortable with for the front counter? So one a day would, if you do one a day at your average, so you were a little below one a day, you had 16. So now, target. So how many do you think you can do a day? I know it depends on who comes in and whatnot, but
Yeah.
you usually have at least two chances a day, I'd say, or 3.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
2 a day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we did 2 a day at 130, 2 times 130, so that's 260 a day times 19 days. So 49.40.
49.
Is that too big? Or you got it? think you want to go for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not afraid.
Cool. Okay, so your targets are going to be 270 every other day for a total of 2,500 at the end of the month. And at the counter, you want to do 2 sales a day, or on the phone, whatever. And we're going to shoot for what, $49.50 at the end of the month. And I'm shooting for $60K at the end of the month. So now, if we use that, then our $32,000 goal would be dramatically different. Like a lot different. It's going to be more like 60.
65.
Well, it's going to be, well, we're only going to count these because the walk-ins we're not going to put on there, so it's going to be 60,250. It's a pretty big goal, but if we do that, I think we'll hit the $100,000 group business sale that we have. So anytime we do these sales, those are just padding the stats of the business sales to get it up to 100. So we could shoot for a 100K business, even though it's not necessarily just us, but we're on it as a team, right? Basically, they all run through us.
Exactly.
One way or the other, we have to get them through the shop. So 100K biz total.
And that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
That'd be really good. So 100,000 minus 60. Oops, 62. Wow, that's second typing, 6250. So if we can just collectively bring in 37,500 through all other means, ways, and possibilities, then we hit our own targets, we'll make 100K. So we've only done this once this year, and I don't think I've done this at all this year. So hopefully, if I don't, you can pick up the back end on yours and exceed yours if I don't exceed mine. Okay, well that's ambitious. All right, so we'll put it on the chart. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the sign room.